Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Game Brigade. My name is Brian Greer, and today we're going to be talking about the Monarch board game table that is currently available on a late pledge. If you are looking for a table that is made of solid wood, sturdy construction, yet is a cheap and affordable price point for you, stay tuned for this review as we dive more into this table. So, Dragon and Geek reached out to me and asked me if I would take a look at their table. They had commented on my video review that I had done over on my Origins board game table, where I was very, very disappointed with a table that I'd ordered from Kickstarter. I had done that review. You probably have already seen it if you watch the channel. And basically, I expressed the grievances that I had on a table that I had spent over $3,500 for. There was a lot of problems with regards to the build, the quality of the make. And Dragon and Geeks basically said, hey, Brian, we want to offer you a challenge because we think our table is like not even half that price, almost a third of that price. And we think we can get you a table that's more sturdy and better constructed and offering you all the same features and values that you would want in a table. So I said, okay, I'd love to take a look at your table. So this table was sent to me by Dragons and Geeks. The links that I'll have in the description are not sponsored links. They're not affiliate links, but they're there for you for information if you're looking at getting a table at a decent price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and talk about some of the features of this table, things I liked and didn't like overall. What I have here is the large table. The large table is good enough where it fits 6 to 8 players. Now, personally, I wish it was a little wider. They do have a large wide variant, and we'll get to the reasons as to why when I open this up and kind of show you inside the vault and with some board game options inside, but we will get to that as well. In terms of the overall tabletop experience, there are a few things that I obviously am not in love with. The first thing, the leaf. We have an inlay leaf system here, and I do appreciate that's an inlay leaf because I like a leaf that, flows in well with the tabletop so that you really don't notice it. These leaves do not move no matter what I do, but they do have this seam here in the middle of them, in those connection points. I wish it was more of a seamless design just so that this tabletop could be functioning as a game table if I didn't want to play in the well all the time. There's times where I could use a little bit more inches of space that I can't get inside the vault. So being able to play on top would solve that issues. But we have had issues where things can get stuck in here or slip into those cracks. Not a huge deal, but is something to be aware of. So to alleviate some of those issues, as well as for my filming, for my content, I've pulled out the wool blanket that you've probably seen in some of my videos as of late. We also use neoprene playmats just to cover the table, so that way we can functionally play on this table if we want to. Most likely we're almost always playing in the vault, but there are times where I like to go inside. I also do want to note that George, the gentleman I've been working with over here at Dragons and Geeks, did make sure to let me know that the product, the price on this table is heavily discounted to what it'll be during their retail sales launch. Their Kickstarter campaign, they definitely wanted to put it at a very competitive price, and they have some really cool options for stretch goals that are included. So that's something you might want to take a look at as well in terms of the cup holders and accessory bits. A lot of added value comparatively to that. So I think that's a rough overview. I want to dive into the actual individual things on this table. That way you guys can take a look and see if this is for you. Okay, so here we have the corner edge. I want to talk about the rail system they have down here, as well as the vault implication system. So to remove the vault, there's a little brass button you push down here, which will eject it, and then these can come out individually by hand. Pretty impressed with how light these are comparatively to what I've been used to. And overall, I believe, from what I can tell, the overall design of this table is like solid wood. I'm very, very impressed with the overall design. It's very solid. No issues when I move it. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4". So anytime I'm on a table that's not very sturdy, it's a little bit of a question. Inside we have our felt. I'm not sure the actual fabric of this material, but it's a pretty good material. Nice and squishy. I haven't had any issues playing inside this vault. And we can move one more of these just to help. And you can see it's about a fist size for me in terms of vault depth. I've only had 2 board game tables now. The first one had a pretty significant well vault system, and this one's pretty middle ranged. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. Down here we have a vault. Let me see if I can move the camera. There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of cut out of the picture though. And then I got to move this to get on the floor a little bit down here. So here we have the rail system. This goes around the entirety of the table, and this is used for any type of accessories that you might want to click in. This was a design that I've never truly been very a fan of. I know Wormwood tables and whatnot has a similar rail with a magnetic system. But after use, I actually enjoy having these modular systems set up. I only have the cup holders. I've got the large one and the small one. The small one, these are removable, has room for wine glasses. Turns out we've actually used the wine glass feature when we played our viticulture gameplay. So that has actually been pretty nice having variable features for us. The stability seems good. I do wish the magnets inside here were a little stronger, only so that it gave me more peace of mind that there's going to be 0 issues of these things falling out. Maybe in time I will begin to trust that they're not going to fall, but I've got a lot of media equipment and cables running along my floors, and the fear that I'm like going to have a cup of water or something spill still terrifies me. But so far we haven't had any issues with that. Let's talk now about the height of the table in terms of clearance. Okay, so here we have the height of the table. You can kind of see that there. I've listed at the beginning of the video the dimensions for this height. I always want to make sure people are aware in terms of the height of anything when it comes to a table, because it's really important. Now for me, this height of a table is actually a little small for me. I don't know if it's probably because I'm such a tall guy that I do brush my legs against the bottom here. But my wife, all of my friends have said that this height of a table is way better than anything we've had so far. So I'm going to give that a little pass and to say that I'm probably just a bigger guy and require a little bit more room. But overall, this table size has been very good. And I'm appreciative of the design and the way it flows and fits in my room. Okay, so for reference, I wanted to show you the vault as well for the gaming area. Here I've grabbed viticulture, just a standard worker placement. And then we have our player boards, and I wanted to place them against each other so you can kind of see the difference. This is the only reason I personally would recommend the wide, is because of how tight these start to feel when you get to the edge of the boards. I have to have this thing pretty much aligned to the bottom of the board so that this player can have some space, and then we have some space for the player board. It's like just a few centimeters, maybe too small. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's been noticeable when we play our dungeon crawl games, when we play our worker placement games that have a larger footprint, such as like this one. It has been a noticeable effect with this standard well size. Now the medium and the large, I believe, have the same vault size. The wide one will increase this way, this kind of horizontal lengthwise, or you know what I'm talking about, this way. So I just wanted to show this real quick, give you guys an actual real life demonstration of what it would look like with a board game in here, so you guys can get a good understanding of what I'm talking about when I think I prefer the wide one over this standard one. So we're going to wrap it up and get to my final thoughts. Okay, so my final thoughts. I wanted to talk about this table because, one, I'm very happy with how this table has basically replaced and created a space for me that is a lot more enjoyable to use other than my Origins table that I had previously. The Monarch table is a really good fit between its overall size space, the ease of how to put it together. It's very simple to put it together. You just bolt in some of these legs and it goes very quickly. I've been very, very overall impressed with that fact. I did have some random nitpicks regarding the cup holders, regarding the leaves, but overall, I think that's stuff that I can live with and get over, and I don't think it really hampers the overall table that I have here. I think I'm very, very impressed with what we see here, especially for the price point that they have listed in the late pledge. I encourage you, if you are looking for a table that's competitively priced, please check out the links down below in the late pledge option. I think you're not going to be disappointed with this table. It's something that I could see living with for a very long time. So with that, I'm going to go and wrap it up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have any questions or concerns that I can answer for you. I'd love to help you. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.